we just picked it up. We just picked up super rare duck. What's up, guys? I'm at the Provo Delta Park today in search of a rare duck species. But I also thought it would be a lot of fun to talk about my top 5 dream birding hotspots today. So we're gonna look for this rare long-tailed duck that appeared here in Utah County. I had that for the state of Utah, but these views would be even closer, so I'd love to see that. Also, let's talk about my top 5 dream birding hotspots, and let's see what other birds we can find today. No sign of the long-tailed duck yet, but we did see a whole bunch of cool duck species. We picked up a lesser scaup swimming in the water out here. We also picked up some American widgeon just behind me. And then, in addition to that, we picked up some American coot, of course. We're gonna continue walking up and down this trail. There's some other birders here, so I might go ask them if they've seen the long-tailed duck, which is always a smart thing to do if you're out looking for a rare bird. And let's see what other birds we can find. At number 5 on my list for today, for my top 5 birding spots that I want to visit during my lifetime, is Florida, and specifically South Florida. Now, these are going to get progressively more expansive, of course, but we're gonna start closer to home. So South Florida, I'd love to see roseate spoonbills. I'd love to see snail kites. That would be incredible. Honestly, any species of kite. I would love just to get down there, see the swamp hens. That would be absolutely incredible as well. And purple gallinule would be an amazing bird to get on my life list. So there's so much down there. There's all the exotics that I'd love to see as well. South Florida, or Florida in general, is number 5, my most wanting to visit places in the world to go birding. Picked up a sandhill crane just flying over us over here. Absolutely incredible birds, iconic to the state of Utah. I really appreciate those birds. They have an amazing call as well. We're gonna continue walking down this trail, still looking for that long-tailed duck, and see what other birds we can find today. The temperature has dropped probably 10 degrees since I started on this trail. But number 4 on my list for most wanting to visit places is Oregon, the state of Oregon. And there's a whole bunch of species that I wanna see there. Hermit warbler would be one. Another one would be the puffins that are on Haystack Rock. Definitely want to see those puffins. Barred owl, pileated woodpecker. There's a whole bunch of birds on my list that I don't have from that Pacific Northwest forest type area. And good news is, some of you may have guessed in my previous video that I did about my top 5 targets for the year. I'm heading to Oregon in about 2 months. The end of April, we're going to Oregon. I'm going with Hawken. It's going to be absolutely incredible. We're gonna see some amazing things. I have some friends down there that are gonna show us around, so super excited for that. But yeah, number 4 on my list, the state of Oregon. Picked up some classic species out there on the water. Common goldeneye female swimming around out there. And then also picked up a really underrated bird, in my opinion, the mallard. It's underrated because it's so common, of course, but just because it's common doesn't mean it's absolutely beautiful. If it wasn't a common duck, it'd be probably a lot of people's favorite. So mallard on the list as well for the day. We're gonna continue walking and talk about number 3 on my list. Number 3 on my list is South Texas. South Texas obviously is one of the best birding spots in North America to find vagrants, especially those crossing over the border. Great kiskadee would be awesome to see. I'd also love to see the chacalacas down there, crested caracara, and then whatever rarities might be in the area. So South Texas is definitely somewhere that I'm gonna take a trip to in the next couple of years. I don't know, the birds down there are just incredible. It's a must-see if you live in the United States. So South Texas, very high on my list at number 3. Just picked up over here in the water a common goldeneye. This time it was a male. Absolutely incredible bird, of course. Little circular spot on the side of its face. It's actually starting to snow out here, and I don't want to ruin the camera equipment, so I'm hightailing it to the end of this trail. That's why I'm a little bit out of breath, just to get up on the observation tower, and then we'll start heading back to the car. Honestly, this place is absolutely beautiful. They actually just finished construction on this trail and the parking lot that we're currently in as well, so this is going to be one of my new favorite hotspots. I'm absolutely certain of it. This place is so awesome. Going on to number 2 for most wanting to visit bird places in the world, that's a mouthful, has got to be Japan. Anywhere in the country of Japan. Now, don't ask me what I want to see in Japan. I'll put a few of the birds up on screen. I just can't remember their names off the top of my head. But I love Japan. Like, it looks so amazing. The food looks incredible. The infrastructure is super sweet as well. There's some amazing birds out there, and I also love Pokemon. That's probably like my second favorite hobby is Pokemon. I play a lot of Pokemon Go. So going to Japan would just be a dream come true for the birds, for the culture, for the whole experience as a whole. I would definitely want to see, I think there's a pheasant species out there that looks absolutely insane. Would love to see that bird for sure. But yeah, I'm currently under this, it's an observation tower. I'm not gonna go on the top now because it's really cold and windy and I'm starting to get freezing, but we're gonna head back towards the parking lot, see what other birds we can find, hopefully find that long-tailed duck, and then talk about number one of my most wanting to visit places in the world for birding. We just picked it up. We just picked up super rare duck, the long-tailed duck out here in the parking lot. I was out walking around in the middle of nowhere. It's right off the parking lot, so absolutely incredible to pick up that duck species, one of the most beautiful ducks in North America. It's freezing out here and it's starting to rain, so I want to get out of here. But please enjoy these views of the long-tailed duck. All right, I hate to be in the parking lot to finish off this video, but I kid you not, it dropped probably 15 degrees and that snowy rain came in pretty quickly. So wanted to get out of the rain, get the camera in a dry place, and also my hands were freezing. So I let myself warm up a little bit. Now I'm going to talk about my number one birding destination in the world. I'm going to first name a continent / country and then narrow it down a little bit, but Australia. Australia is the place that I want to bird, number one place that I want to bird in the entire world. There's so many birds that I want to see there. I, of course, will throw a few of them up on screen. But more specifically, the island of Tasmania, which, is in Australia, but it's just off of Australia. Tasmania has my number one wanted to see bird in the entire world, the pink robin. If you have been following the channel for a long time, the pink robin is the bird that I want to see the most in the world. So yeah, it's amazing that you can see that vibrant of pink in nature, and no, that's not fake. It's absolutely real. So pink robin, Australia, number one birding destination in the entire world that I want to see. I cannot believe that we got that rare duck. That's absolutely incredible. The long-tailed duck. Of course, we've seen them out on the Great Salt Lake, but to see them here in Utah County, in Provo, on this little tiny delta that heads off into Utah Lake is absolutely incredible. What a beautiful bird. It's transitioning over into its breeding plumage as well. Hope you enjoyed those shots of that bird. Let me know in the comments below, what's your top birding destination? What's the place that you want to travel the most to? Well, many of you might be upset that I didn't include South America, and that might break into the top 5. Most definitely will break into the top 5 once I eliminate some of these places off of my US list. South America, anywhere in South America is just incredible for birding, and I promise you, when I do an updated list, maybe in a year or two, South American countries will find themselves on that list. So I apologize to anyone who's fuming right now about that. Also, shout out to the people that I ran into out here. I met some really awesome people. Also ran into some old friends as well, looking for the long-tailed duck. Birding is just amazing because the community is amazing. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Brad Ed Birding.